Peace. This is Watch for Wise Words Media back at y'all for another round, reporting to y'all in complete disgust. I am sick to my stomach and never ever want to see Ryan Garcia in the sport of boxing ever again. You see, what's happened is you got guys like Ryan Garcia who feels because he made X amount of dollars and has X amount of followers on social media platforms, he feels invincible. He feels like he can do and say whatever he wants. And what he did recently was cross the line. He crossed the line, he burned the bridge, and he hit a point of no return. At least for me personally. Of course, racist people are going to stick with racist people, so he's going to have his little corner of supporters. But as you know, if you've been following my page from the inception of my Wise Words Media, I've always been an advocate for unity. We're all one human family, as you've always heard me say here on my platform. And there's no room for racism in sports. That's always been. Sports is supposed to be the outlet, because racists are going to be racist regardless of whom or what. They're going to be what they're going to be. It's learned behavior. They learn that from a young age. It gets passed down to them. But it's up to us to break the cycle. And one of the places that has been a safe haven for people to come together from all backgrounds, all race, colors, creeds, is sports. It's been one of the greatest life lessons that we're all one. We can all be one. We could all work together as one for one common cause. But when you got people like Ryan Garcia who feels he is, you know what? At one point I was thinking, man, maybe I should play the clip of Ryan Garcia, but that clip is so disgusting that I said, you know what? I'm not even going to give this dude any more light at all. This may be the very last time you ever hear me say the name Ryan Garcia, or post anything about him, because the only way you can remove a devil is by taking them off of your planet. You see what I'm saying? So as far as me and my world, Ryan Garcia is dead. Rest in peace. There's a tombstone and a graveyard with him in it already in my world after yesterday. Now he no longer exists. Everything will be spoken about in the past tense with him, because he doesn't live anywhere. He doesn't exist in my world anymore. Talking about black people in that frame. And he wanted to be very clear, because, in the hood, I grew up in the hood. In the hood, there's this distinction of when you say the N-word between A, or ending it with the letter A, or ending it with an ER. Either way, it's ignorance. Either way, it's stupid. And he made sure he used both. He made sure he emphasized using both with tremendous emphasis, to make sure that the message was heard. Regardless of how it's said, he's going to say it to get you upset, get you under your skin. And what he said about Muslims, I mean, for one, you have a Muslim in Turkey al-Sheikh who has been one of the greatest. He has been the fresh air to boxing. He is putting together these great cards, giving these boxers the tremendous paydays that they deserve. And you're going to talk about Muslims at this time, when Muslims are some of the most pivotal. The Saudis have been some of the most pivotal people in boxing, in your profession, Ryan. They have been giving people life-changing money and experiences. And you're going to talk about them. And you know why? Because he wanted shock value. He wanted people to talk about him. So this is black people, this is Muslims. He goes and talks about George Floyd. Like all of this, and then he calls his video Trump 2024, because he's looking for that same group of ignorant Americans that are racist, and he is trying to cater to them. Well, what you just did, Ryan Garcia, was commit You just committed career suicide, my man. You just committed career suicide. You are the WBC. Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC, has officially exiled Ryan Garcia and says he will not be working with Ryan Garcia. The WBC will not do anything with Ryan Garcia moving forward. And that's only the first domino that's going to fall, because when you do something like this of this magnitude and then double down, he went back on live and said, I'm not going to take this back. I'm not apologizing for nothing. Come and get me, basically. So he doubled down on everything he said. But you know what? When them paychecks stop flowing in, when people stop supporting, when that gate doesn't attract as much money as it used to, and you're not putting, the butts in the seats, and people just say, yo, I'm not supporting him anymore, and less people come to your fights, less tickets sold, which translates to less money in your pocket. When less people purchase the pay-per-view because they don't want to deal with you anymore, you cross the line, calling all black people N-words and saying you hate all N-words, you hate all black people, you hate all Muslims, then guess what? That whole Muslim, that whole black community, everybody, and all of us that have sense, everybody that has sense will now no longer support Ryan Garcia. And I'm calling for everybody, man. Let's just stop. Let's put an end to him. The only way he could be stopped is if we stop him. You have power. Don't let nobody tell you you don't. You have power. Don't watch his fights. Don't go to his fights. Don't purchase the pay-per-views. Don't even click unfollow him if you're following him. I never followed that clown. But if you have him followed, unfollow him. Show him that we have the power, that we put him in the position that he's in. We put him in that position. And if you continue to disrespect people, I mean, he could continue to do whatever he wants, because from this point forward, he's dead. Like I told you, he's dead to me. But more and more of us need to take this approach of taking our power back away from him. Unfollow him on social media. That's his lifeblood. That's what gives him oxygen. That's what helps him live, is social media. People going on his page, people leaving comments on his videos. And that's what he likes. Take that away from him. Unfollow him. Let the millions of subscribers and followers, let that dip down to 1 million. Let that 1 million dip down to about 900,000. Let that dip down to about 750,000. Let that man feel it. Let him feel it. Don't support him anymore. This is the end of Ryan Garcia. And shame on all of y'all. Shame on all of you pages that supported this dude. When Bill Haney made that video about the sample coming out soon, the B sample and the results, and Ryan Garcia is about to get exposed, Ryan Garcia's reply to that was chilling with some monkeys, some orangutans. He posted a picture with that right after Bill Haney did that. He's been doing that. Ryan's family, what did they say during the press conference? Oh, the nappy head. He started talking about the Haneys were nappy headed. Come on, man. Racism is learned behavior, man. And Ryan's parents are trying to wash their hands from this. Nah, man. This is learned behavior. He got this from somewhere. He got this from his community, maybe not his family, but his father sure opened the door for an indictment when he started talking about nappy heads. But in any event, it's learned behavior. He learned this, and now he felt it was okay because regardless, he's invincible. Like he said, he's not apologizing for nothing. Y'all could come get him. Okay, let's get him. Let's come for him. But let's not come for him in the form and fashion he thinks we're going to come for him, where people are going to go on his page and berate him, belittle him. No. The true way to get back at Ryan Garcia is to take his power away. Mauricio Suleiman already started that. He said the WBC has no dealings with Ryan Garcia. And that's one of the 4 major belts. The green belt. That green belt, that prestigious green belt. That greats like Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather and countless others have had that belt. They're no longer dealing with him. They're not sanctioning no fights for him. So once all of these dominoes start to fall, now it's upon you and I to do the same thing, man. Unfollow him. Don't go to any of his fights. Don't purchase no pay-per-views, and let this kid feel it. Let him feel it, because that's just unacceptable. Talking about black people, Muslims, when some of these black people and Muslims are some of his biggest supporters. How stupid can you be? How ignorant can you be? And this is definitely the self-destruction and the end of Ryan Garcia. Definitely on this page. Moving forward, you ain't hearing nothing from me unless it's something major. But as far as like following him and what he said, and because he's a coward. He likes to talk. He talks that talk, but when he gets pressed, y'all saw what happened with Zab Judah. He tried to call Zab Judah out and try to say Zab Judah was a part of helping Bill Haney and Devin Haney cheat. Zab Judah jumped on that live and was like, yo, you said SMD? You told me SMD? And Ryan instantly, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry just doesn't clean everything. You could say, right, let's say there's a pool, a nice backyard pool above ground, and you stab that pool up and you say sorry. No matter how much you want to fill that pool back up with water, those holes remain. And that pool's never going to be the same, because it's not going to fill up the way it used to. And those holes, they're not getting patched up, Ryan. You done crossed the line and the point of no return. So this is for the end of Ryan Garcia moving forward. Let's do it. You and I, let's unite and let's put an end to this clown, so he could finally start to think and see the world for what it is. I'm Waz for Waz Words Media. Peace.